Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sai Sri, consultant dermatologist at Kolors. So today we'll discuss about sunscreens. What are sunscreens? What does it do? How to apply it? Then what is an ideal sunscreen? Sunscreens give you protection from the harmful effects of the UV radiation. This UV radiation is ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B rays that's coming from the sun, whereas this ultraviolet C gets absorbed by the ozone layer itself. What this UVA does to your skin? It causes tanning, pigmentation. Then you see early signs of photoaging. Long-term exposure to sun or this UVA and UVB can even lead to cancer. So I would like to tell the importance of using sunscreen. So the sunscreens are classified into two types, basically physical and chemical sunscreen. Physical sunscreens, what it does, the titanium dioxide, zinc, kaolin, all this comes in a physical sunscreen. So it will not let the UV radiation come to the skin. It will just reflect it. Whereas the chemical sunscreens, it will absorb the wavelength of the UV radiation and it will protect us from the harmful effects of UV radiation. So ideally, you have to go for a combination of sunscreen, that is, which has both the physical and the chemical sunscreen ingredients in it. So the effectiveness of a sunscreen is measured by its SPF, that is sun protection factor. For example, you're using sunscreen with SPF 30, it's going to give you protection from UV rays of about more than 97%. Okay, this is how it's calculated, and it's mostly done with the UVB rays. Then coming to the ideal sunscreen, what you should look for when you're purchasing a sunscreen. First thing, it should be broad spectrum. That is, it should protect you from both UVA rays and UVB rays. Then it should be a combination which contains both the physical and the chemical sunscreen ingredients in it to be more effective. Then it should be non-comedogenic, because if it's something again clogging the pores, it will aggravate your acne conditions. Then it should be hypoallergenic and non-irritant, because it shouldn't cause you any irritant contact dermatitis or anything. And most importantly, it should be economical for everybody to use. So these are the things you're going to see before purchasing a sunscreen. Now, how do you use a sunscreen? What is the ideal way to apply it? Ideally, we follow two fingertip unit. That is, we have to use the sunscreen from this tip of index line to here. This should be sufficient for whole of your face and neck. And don't forget to apply sunscreen to all the exposed parts of your body. Ideally, you have to apply 20 to 30 minutes prior to your sun exposure. And see to that the product is completely dry before getting exposed to the sun. Then you have to reapply it every 3 hours. And if any vigorous activity like swimming, running, exercise, you'll have to reapply it again. If you're idling indoors, you don't have to reapply it every 3 hours. This 3 hours thing is recommended if you're in the direct sunlight or after any vigorous activity like sweating, running, swimming, all these things. How to choose a sunscreen depending on your skin type. So usually if you're someone with dry skin, it's better to go with cream-based ones because that will have little moisture in it. Whereas if you're acne-prone, oily skin types, it's better to go for gel-based ones because that gives you a very light touch and it won't clog your pores as well. If you're someone who uses regular makeup, you can go for either tinted sunscreens that will have mild foundation touch with it, or a light sunscreen. Upon that, you can use your foundation on that. So I would like to conclude that as sunscreen has multiple benefits, like protecting us from the UV rays to pigmentation, photoaging, and even the cancer, skin cancers it can protect. I would like to tell that sunscreens should become essential part of everybody's skincare routine no matter what. Thank you.